The fight over where to send the water from Lake Okeechobee in hopes of preventing another algae crisis like we saw in 2016 took an interesting and potentially controversial turn today. Good afternoon. I'm Shannon Cake. Welcome to the Now South Florida. Instead of battling over sending the water south, east, or west today, state water authorities propose sending the excess water from Lake Okeechobee underground. How? Fracking. The Now's Alana Quillen is live today with this story you will see only on the Now and News Channel 5. Alana?
Well, Shannon, fracking is controversial in some part because of the technology, but mostly because of the impact on the environment. But the South Florida Water Management District believes that they can move the extra water from Lake Okeechobee underground without hurting the environment.
It's a no-brainer.
To stop the algae crisis.
What do we want? Clean water!
The South Florida Water Management District and the Army Corps of Engineers has a new battle plan: deep well injections, disposing Lake Okeechobee overflow into a large cavern 3,000 feet underground.
Quantities of about 15,000 million gallons of water per day, very high capacity.
Bob Verastra, the district's lead hydrologist, told me the impact of fracking here would be different than in other parts of the country.
These injection wells are going to be operated at very, very low pressures that would not fracture the aquifer.
So Florida's drinking water would not be threatened. This team came up with 150 sites near surrounding estuaries, but at a cost of $3 to $5 million per well, they could build less if they focus the sites to Lake Okeechobee.
We can actually use the wells to control the level of the lake itself. And when we looked at those wells, it would be a relatively small number of wells, between 30 to 60 wells could lower the level of the lake between a half a foot and a foot a year.
After the idea was revealed in today's meeting, people sounded off with mixed reviews.
What can we do that will take the emergency out of the lake?
The benefits are tempting. Significantly reducing estuary discharges, it sounds really good. Is it worth the risk of facing unknown impacts down the line? And I think that's what it comes down to.
Now, we already use similar technology in Florida. There are about 180 deep well injection sites across the state, but those are used by utility plants. This purpose would be the very first time it would be used. Now, they are still about 2 years away because they're in the early planning stages, so it will be still quite some time before anything gets approved for these types of projects. Reporting live for the Now South Florida, I'm Alana Quillen.
Alana, thanks.